What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jason Fyk0 here. Now, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, you're probably wondering, well, you probably already know, but I was out of town for the last couple of days of the weekend, and went to New Orleans. It was a nice time. Went to the French Quarter. Looks like Disney Castle in the back, but it's actually a chapel, which also looks pretty dang cool if I'm being honest. And had a good time. Hey, I just hate one part of this entire trip was that on Bourbon Street, a lot of people were there. Granted, it's known to be crowded and stuff like that, so I should have kind of expected that. But then again, I didn't know dick about New Orleans. Also, I was lacking the titties. Where is the titties, New Orleans? I didn't see anything on Bourbon Street. So unfortunately, it was lacking titties, which means it gets an 8 out of 10. But overall, everything was pretty cool. Even got a manga haul and got some new anime posters, which I probably will make a video about why I got some of those posters because it's ridiculous. But definitely, 100%, it was a fun time. Really enjoyed it. But anyway, now that we're out of that whole trip zone, and there will be a video covering the trip because I did record some stuff on it, so you will see some things. And I'm probably gonna have to mute a lot of it because we use our real names. But still, nonetheless, you'll see something like that maybe tomorrow or today, depending on when this video gets out. Anyway, when it comes down to things, we haven't done a, Jinsai artist review in quite a while. We haven't done one in a month, actually, now that I think about it. And while it would honestly be a benefit to me to, at least in a strategic way, if I were going to continue to keep doing this series, it'll be more strategic for me to try to hit big names and, people that probably I've never heard of that is super popular, probably get their attention on a lot of things, because that will be a benefit for me, right? That would probably be the thing that a lot of content creators would try to do, talk to big names and stuff like that. But this list isn't just about big names, it's about the small guys too. And just because, you might not have as big of a following as a lot of these other people doesn't necessarily mean your work isn't necessarily bad or anything like that, because you're just as good as them or even better at times. So we're gonna focus on a small name today, and a name that I only seen once, but I liked the art initially of, and so we're just gonna make a video about it, and hopefully it'll just go through, and hopefully they get a big following and support and some more Patreon members, because I feel you. I feel you on that Patreon members part. It's hard to get some Patreon people in, your thing, because it's difficult. I'm not gonna necessarily lie. Point is, today we're gonna be talking about, hopefully I pronounced this right, Fyk0, who is a very small creator, but they got some really good killer work out there. Now, just off the rip of looking at Fyk0's work, I can already tell you, it feels like, with the art style, it feels like it's like acrylic in a way, in the darker parts of the picture where the shading is, but it feels like it's also like an aged work as well. How you be seeing like sometimes you be seeing like some older kind of work that you used to see back in art or in some animation, and it feels like it's mixed in with that here, but except it's done in a way where it doesn't look old, but it gives that kind of old and aged type of vibe to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what the type of vibe it gets to me when I'm looking at some of these pictures. Like, let's say I think the principal teacher from Prison School, I don't know, never seen Prison School, but definitely when it comes down to it, it looks like a really nice picture. Not gonna lie, a lot of the shading is really good. Hell, you can even see the vein in the boobs, which is something a lot of artists don't necessarily draw or even pay much detail to, because a lot of people don't think veiny boobs are attractive. Sometimes it can be, sometimes, not necessarily all the time, but it can be, and it's done very well here, and it's not necessarily all that bad. So it's really good. Also, you can really see that the boobs is the main focus of the picture, considering how big it is and how much detail and shine and sexiness is going on with that. So that's obviously like great about this. I don't think I can show the entire thing of this because YouTube, but I'm gonna try to show enough so you can get the idea of what is going on. Then we also have this one of Sayaka, which is also really nice. A thick version of Sayaka, actually, because why not? Anyway, when it comes down to it, Sayaka is honestly looking really nice and has another set of assets as well. That's also very nice. No veins on this one, but still a very nice shine. And again, the whole body just looked really glossy and really shiny. Honestly, anything that's like kind of shiny and glossy, it's kind of, it can kind of work on some things, you know? Like a woman could look like that, that looks very nice. My penis could look like that, you know, that'd be very nice. Maybe I should stand above you, maybe you can get a better view of it. But definitely 100%, it's really nice of how they pull this off right here. The Kawakami one is also a really good one as well. I can't show any of this, but definitely if you look at it on your own time, it is a really nice picture nonetheless. A lot of the, you know, nice redness on the booty of Teacher-san. So 100%, it's a nice time. Now, if I had to critique anything off of this, and maybe this is just with the art style, and if that is the case, then ignore this, but a lot of the pictures are a bit flat feeling, and maybe that's the direction they want to go in, and that's fine. But it is a bit flat, and some of the details on their faces is a bit small, and it could be a tiny bit better, but that's about it. Again, if you're going in this direction, then ignore all these, but this is just a few things I would just like to say that could be, I would say, improved upon. Even with all the, you know, critiquing aside, I still do think they have a lot of potential to grow as an artist, and I do think they should be deserving of a chance to, you know, show out in some way. Because again, even though there might be some maybe off things here or there, they're still doing a really good job nonetheless. And I ain't gonna lie, if they decide to, you know, really get their name out there, they could probably be one of the great people. If you got some money that you can voluntarily give up, it'd be nice if you could just become one of their Patreon members. Definitely, when it comes down to a lot of the Fyk0 stuff, it's some really good stuff here, honestly. And I really do look forward to more of the work that they're gonna put in. So again, if you would like to go ahead and follow Fyk0, that would be excellent and that would be nice. Again, we would like to get some of these small artists out there and be blowing them up with some support. It would be nice to see them, you know, challenge the new and maybe old artists, honestly, that exist out there. So, you know, that would be really damn cool. But yeah, definitely, again, follow Fyk0 if you want to see more of their work. Support them on their Patreon and fan box if you can. And yeah, really good job, Fyk0. Hopefully we get to see more of you in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification way out. If you like to have a Kukasu commission yourself, then you can hit up my pinned tweet and pretty much DM me and see what you want to do. So yeah, with that being said, this has been your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.